Today we are going to make a polka dot pumpkin that is inspired by this artist named Yayoi Kusama. She is a Japanese artist that was born in 1929, and she is known as the Princess of Polka Dots. She makes lots of different types of art. You saw the pumpkins. These are some of her sculptures. She even has installation art where she performs sometimes with soft sculptures. This is me at one of her installations at the Houston Museum of Fine Arts back in 2016. It was amazing. Look at all the colors and polka dots there. There was a lot of really awesome things to see there. A great experience. So she has lots of different types of art, but one thing they all have in common. Can you guess? Yep, you got it. Polka dots. So we are definitely adding some polka dots to our art today. For this lesson, I want you to learn about complementary colors. So a complementary color is going to be the color directly across from another color. They complement each other. They make each other stand out. I chose blue and orange. You might choose red and green, or yellow and purple. So make sure that you choose two different complementary colors and make one the pumpkin paper and one the background paper. I'm going to draw my pumpkin on the blue paper. I wanted it to be a little bit different than a traditional pumpkin, and I am starting out by drawing kind of like a little peanut shape in the middle of my paper. This is an organic shape. So I drew the peanut shape in the middle, and then I continued drawing that peanut, just one side of the peanut shape on each side of the center. And I'm just working my way out. You want to draw super big, and then also make sure you add that stem. That's one way. Now I'm going to show you one other way. If you have a hard time doing that organic pumpkin shape, then you can start by a simple oval and then do like the C shapes on the outside of that oval. So an organic shape is a shape that usually has curved lines, but it's often found in nature. So it's not a regular circle or triangle or anything. So I'm gonna go with this organic shaped pumpkin. I really like the peanut style pumpkin shape there. Make sure you outline with Sharpie. Always outline with Sharpie and erase all those extra pencil lines. And here's one of my favorite parts of this lesson, adding the polka dots like Yayoi Kusama. So think about how you want to add your polka dots. I'm using a Sharpie. You could do them in a pattern, big, small, big, big, small, big. You could just put them randomly. I kind of have a system here on how I'm placing my polka dots, but I do not have a pattern. I'd like to do like the medium size around the edge, and whatever I did on one side of the pumpkin, I tried to do on the other side of the pumpkin. And I have a nice variety of big, small, and medium polka dots, and I filled up my space. Now, we talked about how the pumpkin was an organic shape. The circles, the little polka dots, are geometric. So these are geometric shapes, and we are going to actually add some geometric shapes to our background paper as well. Now, if you are one of my super artists that like to go the extra mile to make their artwork look super duper duper good, then I want to encourage you to outline your pumpkin again. I call this a double outline, and it will really help your pumpkin stand out to make those thick black lines around your pumpkin. So that's something extra you can do, your choice. I always like to do this because I think it makes it look nice and finished and sharp. And don't forget about that stem. Once you're done with those polka dots, get your scissors out and start cutting. So you can notice as I'm carefully cutting out my pumpkin, I'm turning my pumpkin, always keeping, to go with the direction of the cut. I'm working my paper and my scissors together, and I'm always pointing my scissors away from me. So be careful and watch those little fingers. After you cut your pumpkin out, get your glue and apply glue to all of the back of your pumpkin. You want to get close to the edge, you want to get all in the center. I'm using a glue stick and I'm working pretty fast, even though I do have this sped up, but I'm working fast because I don't want it to dry before I stick it down. And then glue it down to your background paper, not on the sides or crooked. Try to center it to where it's nice and in the middle of your paper, and then press it down so that it really sticks. If you use liquid glue, just be careful not to add too much to the back of that pumpkin. You don't want to squish glue everywhere. Next, you are going to draw your geometric shapes on your background paper. So I am using a ruler so I can get those really straight lines, and I'm just randomly drawing lines going all different directions. They're all different lengths to create different geometric shapes. Some are triangles, some are rectangles, some might be squares. I might even get a few hexagons in there. So I'm just kind of having fun and drawing lines and seeing what shapes I come up with. It's up to you if you want to use a ruler. If you want to create a geometric shape pattern on the background, you can, or you can do what I'm doing. I really like this. I think it kind of shows a little bit of Yayoi Kusama's kind of style, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm covering the entire background. You have to get the whole thing filled. Don't leave any big blank spaces. And then again, if you're one of my extra super duper awesome artists that like to do extra on their artwork, you can go over every line again and do a double outline so that those Sharpie lines are nice and thick and bold. And here's my pumpkin. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, what complementary colors you use, and how awesome your Yayoi Kusama inspired pumpkins turn out to be. Stay creative and have fun with this.